Shalom friends, I'm so excited to introduce you to this video series on kosher speech. Kosher speech is the Jewish spiritual practice of being careful with our words and of having an awareness that our words have tremendous power to harm or to help our relationships. So I'm excited to dive into this mitzvah, to study with you, to learn with you, to hear about your personal experiences. And I also invite you to join us in our Neshamah community for any of our upcoming events, either online or in person. You can find all of our information at niboka.org, and I would love to see you. So here we go, kosher speech. Kosher speech number 7, when to speak up and when to stay quiet. Remember that book, Everything I Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten? I was reminded of it recently when I saw an amazing lesson by an elementary school teacher. Her students know that physical bullying, like hitting and kicking, are not allowed, but they hadn't quite grasped the concept that words can be just as hurtful as physical violence. They would ask, well, what if the words are true? What if you need to say something to help someone else? What if it's information that they need to know? Her students had a lot of questions. Although they probably had never heard of the concept of kosher speech, they were intuitively aware that speech is a tricky subject. So in order to clarify and give guidance to her young students, this brilliant educator introduced this 30-second rule. And it goes like this. If you're not sure if your words are allowed or not, ask yourself the question, is this something that can be changed in 30 seconds or less? There's something in your teeth I thought you'd want to know. Your zipper is unzipped, and I wanted to tell you in private so you're not embarrassed. These are clearly things that can be easily remedied in 30 seconds. Therefore, they are worth saying. By contrast, if it's something that cannot be changed within 30 seconds, something about our bodies, our beliefs, our mannerisms, then we should stay quiet. This teacher was imparting two important elements of kosher speech. 1, the impact on the listener, and 2, the intent of the speaker. If the speaker is saying an unpleasant thing, but with the purpose of helping the listener, and it has the potential to be changed quickly, then it is allowed. Both conditions need to be true, the intent and the efficacy. But if either of these things is not true, if the intent is to harm the listener, or the listener has no power to change what is being spoken about, then it can't be kosher speech. As we navigate our speech with others, this 30-second rule can help us reflect on our own motivations and the impact of our words on listeners. It may not apply to every situation, but the 30-second rule is a good starting point to determine when to speak and when to be silent. Thank you for learning about the mitzvah of kosher speech with me and for being part of our Neshamah community.